Welcome to Razepafrica, the heartbeat of the continent in one show.
Today we will start with South Africa declaring a national disaster day after that deadly flood following the torrential rains and flood that have killed at least 30 people and caused extensive damage to homes, roads and bridges. Authorities say that the declaration would allow the national government to coordinate relief and recovery efforts more effectively. The worst affected areas are northern provinces of Limpopo and Mpumalanga, although officials will confirm that several other provinces have also been impacted, raising concerns about further disruptions. Now, moving away from that story, floods also have displaced elsewhere in southern part of Africa, in Mozambique, which is also grappling with severe flooding that has displaced more than 300 people in Gaza province alone. Weeks of heavy rain have submerged large areas, forcing families into temporary shelters such as schools and churches. The scale of the disaster has prompted the President Daniel Chapo, to cancel his trip to the World Economic Forum in Davos, as officials have warned that the nearly 600,000 people across two provinces have now been affected. In the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, government forces have re-entered the strategic town of Uvira just over a month after it was seized by Rwandan-backed M23 rebels. Residents say Congolese soldiers and allied militants returned following the rebels' withdrawals. Uvira's capture in December had raised fears of wider regional stability, coming amid ongoing fighting that has killed thousands and displaced hundreds of thousands in the past year. Now, in the Central African Republic, the Constitutional Court has validated President Faustin Archange's victory in last month's presidential election, granting him a third term in office. The court rejected appeals from opposition candidates who alleged fraud, confirming that Taudara won nearly 78% of the vote, while his closest contest challenger secured just over 13% of the vote. Now, turning to economic diplomacy, Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates have signed a memorandum of understanding to explore cooperation in port development, maritime logistics, and digital solutions. The agreement, signed during Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week, is expected to strengthen trade ties and modernize Nigeria's maritime infrastructure, as both countries seek deeper economic collaboration. Now, dozens of Liberians named on the U.S. worst of the list in the migration-related development. More than 40 Liberians in the United States have reportedly been placed on the U.S. Department of Homeland Security worst of the worst criminal list among an intensified crackdown on illegal immigration. The move has raised concerns among Liberians' community leaders, who warn that labeled risk stigmatization, a long-established community that has contributed significantly to the American society. That's it for the news update this morning here on Razepafrica.
Welcome to Razepafrica, the heartbeat of the continent in one show.